Hey y'all, it's Dr. Lakeisha Watson, an epidemiologist and data storyteller, translating data into public health insights for Black women. Welcome back to Epi Fridays. Today we're talking about resilience, but not in the way it usually shows up in headlines or on social media. Because we hear it all the time, right? Black women are so strong, so resilient, like it's a compliment. But what if resilience isn't a personality trait? What if it's a system response? Let's get into it. In epidemiology, we don't just look at outcomes, we look at conditions, the environments people live in, the resources they can reach, the barriers that impact health. And when you zoom out, resilience stops looking like an individual superpower and more like a survival strategy. Research shows that when people live in environments shaped by racism, chronic stress, financial strain, unsafe housing, and neighborhood disinvestment, the body and community adapt. And that adaptation gets labeled as resilience. But what it really is allostasis, which is the process of staying stable through constant change. And over time, it's called allostatic load, the physical wear and tear that comes from always having to push through. So yes, Black women persevere, but the cost is higher blood pressure, higher maternal mortality rates, higher anxiety and depression, and earlier onset of chronic disease, even when income and education are the same. That's not about resilience, that's about exposure to failed systems. And here's the thing, we, Black women, we don't wake up wanting to be resilient, right? It's not something we volunteer to be. But we have adapted because the systems we navigate through every day, so our schools, our workplaces, healthcare systems, and policies have required us to. So resilience is not evidence that things are working, it's evidence that people are absorbing harm. And so when society claps and says Black women always find a way, I always found myself asking, why were there so many obstacles in the first place? The strong Black woman narrative didn't appear out of nowhere, right? It was shaped by history, by stereotypes, by expectations that Black women will push through pain, hold everything together, and never ask for help. And when that belief gets embedded into healthcare, hiring decisions, research funding, and policy agendas, resilience becomes a requirement and not a choice. But what I really love is seeing this shift in public health where we aren't interested in celebrating resilience. We're interested in preventing the conditions that demand it because data should never be used to applaud struggle, only to eliminate it. So imagine a world where resilience wasn't the default setting, where rest, softness, support, and safety were available without negotiation, and where Black women didn't have to perform strength and just be respected or believed. That's the public health goal. Not more resilient Black women, just fewer harmful systems. All right, y'all, that is this week's Epi Fridays. I'm Dr. Lakeisha Watson. Thank you for learning and reflecting with me today. If this resonated, drop a comment and I will see y'all next week.